Deb, watch out.
There's a big guy behind us.
Now, sharks, as we all know, are the main predators in our ocean, other than humans, possibly.
Yeah.
But how much do we really know about their activities?
Well, Queensland researchers have been taking the radical approach of lassoing sharks to find out how the tourism industry is affecting their numbers. And one of the team, Richard Fitzpatrick, joins us now from Cairns. Good morning to you, Richard. Why lassoing and how do you do it?
Well, the lassoing's to minimise stress to the sharks. So instead of hooking them, what we do is we take a box of food down underwater, and when the sharks come up nice and close, we grab them by the tail and put the lasso on them, and then we can control the shark. And essentially we're putting in data loggers like underwater Fitbits onto the tail of the shark. So then we can work out how much energy they're expending, and then work out how many calories a shark needs a day to live. So this is all very new, because we really don't know how much sharks eat.
So this has got a lot to do with the tourism industry in terms of shark diving and shark feeding, and you really basically want to look after the sharks for the future.
Yeah, essentially what we found with the white-tip reef shark out at Osprey Reef is that on the days that they feed the sharks, they're expending about 6% more energy than on the non-feed days. And with the little white-tip, what happens there is that during a feed, the bigger sharks get all the food and the white tips don't get much. So it's actually a net loss for them. But luckily at Osprey Reef, the shark feeds only occur once or twice a week. So there's no real heavy effects on the sharks out there at the moment. But in other parts of the world, there's a lot of intense shark feeding that occurs with some of these operations. So this kind of research gives us the new tools to work out how it can be done sustainably in the future that's beneficial for the sharks.
And who have you got there this morning? Who are you feeding? Which shark? Hopefully not one with too sharper teeth.
This one here, this is Helga. She's a beautiful leopard shark that was actually born here, so she's about 2 years old. She'll eat all day long. So she's a lovely animal and very friendly. So it's something you don't think of with sharks, but she's always coming up for a pat and a cuddle.
Now, you've spent about 10,000 hours underwater. Have you had any close calls yourself?
Yeah, we've got a few nibbles and scrapes,
Yeah.
and actually a few concussions actually from the larger sharks when we've been working on them. But yeah, no, I'm still around and I'm loving it. I love diving with these animals and filming them, and the more time you spend in the water with them, the more you get to learn about the secret life of these animals. But the new technologies, the new data loggers we're using, it's just amazing the kind of information we're starting to get back to learn about the secret life of these animals.
And you're a bit humble there too with your abilities with the camera. You're an award-winning cinematographer too.
Yeah, so I do a lot of documentary filming, so I worked a lot on the recent Attenborough series, but when we're out doing the documentary filming, we use that as an opportunity to get a lot of shark research done. Because it's really expensive to spend time at sea, so we really do use the filmmaking to subsidise a lot of our shark research.
Mate, you're incredibly talented. He's actually an Emmy Award winner, and the research that you're doing is fantastic work. So thanks for joining us this morning, and keep it up, Richard.
Thanks very much, guys.
Don't you love the Australian way? Yeah, just feeding the sharks, just winning an Emmy. Yeah,
Stick my hand in
doing
here and
amazing
feed a shark.
research. Great stuff.